Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a short, somber video, just as a goodbye, because I'm on the road starting tonight. I'm off to LA and then I'm flying to the UK on Wednesday, so I'll be away for 3 weeks. If I get the chance, I might do a quick live stream on my phone, but you're going to be shy the daily 7 PM live stream and these marvellously produced, wonderfully professional Angry Bootneck animated sort of shorts as well. So 3 weeks time, mark your calendars, and I'll be back streaming then when I get back. Just to put you at ease, Susan hasn't took me down or sent the boys round as far as I'm aware, and I also haven't drank myself to death or blew my head off, which is shockingly common in this day and age, isn't it? That's why I want to briefly talk about the death of a great man, Major General Matthew Holmes. Always sad to see another bootneck cross the bar. Prime Ministers led tributes to him, former head of the Royal Marines, and he died on Saturday at the age of 54. It's believed to be a suicide at this point, and I just wanted to briefly mention it. Thank the great man for his service. I know there's a few lads who follow the channel that knew him personally, served with him in Northern Ireland. He was said to be a sound fella and a general hoofing bloke. And I just want to try and caution people, once again, about suicide. Now, I know I like to joke, because I'm an angry bootneck. I'm about as in touch with my feminine side as Chopper. I do, of course, mean the Australian gangster and not the footballer. But all jokes aside, it's a serious issue. And speaking as a very masculine man who definitely doesn't have an easy time asking anybody for help or admitting I have any problems of any kind. You know, I'm the type of bloke who really will lie. Like, if I'm having issues, I'll lie about it, say everything's fine and try and fix it on my own. I find it really difficult to admit when I've got a problem. And I've joked about it before and said, you know, once again, it's a strange thing in the Western world how the people that need help the least are the ones that get it all. The disparity between the rates of different ethnic groups going to university in the UK. Spoilers, obviously it's the straight white men that are struggling the most. And it's the same here. We seem to talk more about women's problems than we do about men's. And in the Western world, men are 3 to 4 times more likely to top themselves. It's not a small issue. It's a massive issue. It's like when you see those homeless signs saying, did you know 1 in every 3 homeless people are women? Yeah. That's a funny way of saying most homeless people are men, so why aren't we looking out for them, right? It's probably linked. Massive numbers of homeless people are veterans too. So I just want to please, all joking aside, after thanking this man for his service, implore anybody, and I do, I get private messages off a few dozen people now quite regularly, and I do always try to answer them when I can. If you are struggling, remember, guys like me, macho blokes, think we've got balls like coconuts. The thing we find hard is admitting we've got a problem. So don't think you're being a pussy by reaching out to somebody, anyone, and telling them, mate, my morale is low. I'm more overworked than Diane Abbott's caterer. I'm drinking too much. I'm chronically depressed. My missus is howling. Whatever you feel like your problem is, talk about it. Humans are pack animals. I know this better than most. I am in the eternal gobshite. I need friends. I need people to talk to. If you are struggling, talk to somebody. 20 minutes having a cup of tea or a pint. If one of your issues isn't a drink problem, obviously, having a pint or a cuppa with a mate and just talking about what's going on can make all the difference in the world. So if you are struggling, like even Major General Matthew Holmes clearly was, with adjustment issues or anything after leaving the court, just remember what I always tell you. Stay fit, stay focused, only drink. You guys know Bootneck's rules, right? You only drink if you can afford it, if you're happy, and if you've got the next day off work. If you aren't working, if you're struggling, don't reach for drink and drugs. It will only make the problem worse. Do plenty of exercise, eat clean, and reach out to people if you are having a shit time. Even the angry Bootneck, miserable bastard that he is, will always do his best to give you some sage advice or even some bad advice. But whatever, he will give you some advice. He will always make time to talk to you if you feel like you need a hand. Life's tough, guys. You've just got to be tougher. And sometimes, in fact all of the time, if you're a macho man, it really is harder to reach out and ask for help than it is to soldier on. I do think the stiff upper lip mentality can sometimes be harmful, even though I very rarely talk seriously about this stuff. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. The invite is there to anyone who needs help. talk to somebody. And if you've got absolutely nobody, you can even talk to a miserable bastard like me. Thanks for listening. I will stay in touch as best I can using my mobile device, and I will see you all in 3 weeks' time. Major General Matthew Holmes has crossed the bar. May he rest in peace.